Lindsay Park has for many years been one of Australia's great breeding and racing establishments. Bought 2 years ago by Hong Kong businessman Pan Sutong and renamed Golden Farms, it's the new home of Akeed Mofeed, who already has his first mares in foal. Andrew, tell us a little bit about some of the changes here at Golden.
Yeah, the farm's been bought by Golden Group. The chairman's Pan Sutong to give Akeed Mofeed a chance as a stallion, and everything's been sort of set up to give him a great opportunity purchasing mares. And look, we've got some progeny that will sell from the mares that we've been purchased, and they'll go to the sales around Australia in the next sort of 12 months.
Yeah, how's it been divided up? Of course, you know, there is Cornerstone with Sam Hayes, and Tony and Joe McAvoy have the training establishment, but this is the old family homestead, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. We've got the 800 acres that's the centre block, and sort of bordered by Eden Valley Road and Cainton Road. So we've got the middle block that's it's 1,200 acres, and we've just recently acquired another 800 to join it.
Pan Sutong himself, of course, we know him as the owner of Akeed Mofeed, but he's a very successful Hong Kong businessman, isn't he? And of course has the Tanjin Polo Club and a lot of really interesting other activities in his life. Yeah,
no, exactly. He's got a real passion for racing. He's fairly new to the game, but he's had some great success so far, and we're looking forward to more going forward. And yeah, really looking forward to getting the Akeed Mofeeds on the ground and getting them into training throughout Australia.
Yeah, speaking of Akeed Mofeed, gosh, he's a magnificent horse, isn't he? A son of Dubawi. There's a bit of Danehill and Saddle as well as a bit further back in the pedigree. Looking at him here today, he's let down into such a masculine, gorgeous stallion.
Yeah, no, he's a great type. We're really lucky. He's got a fantastic temperament, and he's got a bit of a Dubawi head about him, but he's got a lot of Danehill about him as well. You know, the white markings and the bay. So yeah, no, he's a fantastic type, and we're really happy to have him here.
Yeah, you look at that racing career. I mean, he won at 2, then he went on and won the best, you know, international Group 1s against the best in the world. The Hong Kong Derby, for instance, you can see what a tough horse he is too in some of those racetrack performances.
That's right. They've got a real high benchmark there now, so importing some fantastic horses, and Akeed certainly proved himself rating 122, and he acquitted himself very well, and he ended up a champion, winning the Hong Kong Derby there.
And Dowing still there on the fence. Rainbow Chic going between them. It's Akeed Mofeed, Gold Fun and Dowing, but the odds-on favourite Akeed Mofeed will prevail in the Derby. Akeed Mofeed.
The Hong Kong Cup in 2013. Again, you know, it is really tough to be winning Group 1s in Hong Kong.
Yeah, exactly. The way he pushed out off the fence, he was sort of tucked in behind Toko Halo and pushed out, and came with a good burst of speed at the end, and really accelerated.
Akeed Mofeed's trying to push out of a pocket. Cirrus Dezeg keeps him there. Military attack. He's launching a final claim. Akeed's off the fence. Here he comes. Akeed Mofeed rests the lead in the cup, and Akeed Mofeed draws away to beat Toko Halo.
Cirrus Dezeg was in 5th, 2nd or 3rd there, so world-class horses, and it was great to see him get the win that day on the international stage, really.
The Dubai World Cup, well, it shows how well he was able to travel as well, finishing ahead of international stars such as Red Cadeau. It was a really tough performance. I
think temperament for a stallion really is crucial, and I've been lucky enough to work with a few great stallions over the years. Danehill, we know how much of a gentleman he was, and I can say that Akeed's got a similar temperament. He's just fantastic, and waiting for it to throw back into his stock.
And how did he go the first season at stud? Obviously you had a lot of your own mares you're supporting him with, but what was the outside interest like? Because he's a boon for South Australia.
Yeah, exactly. Look, we didn't get huge numbers, but we supported him very heavily ourselves. He ended up covering sort of 20 plus stakes reform mares, and we ended up just under 70 mares to him. So we're happy with the numbers. First year he retired a little bit quickly. We expect him probably this season, but he's going to get the opportunity. Mr. Pan's going to give him a great chance, and we're looking forward to having outside support this year.
Some of the mares that are in foal to him, I mean, we look at these Group 1 winning mares in the gold. She was an American Group 1 winner, granddaughter of AP Indy, already in foal to him. Is the plan to keep some of these horses, or to sell the ones, you know, that are by Akeed Mofeed to get them out there?
Yeah, definitely. Look, we'll assess it down the track whether we do put a few through the sales, but primarily we're here to race the progeny of Akeed, and they're going to be sent out to the best trainers in Australia, his first crop, and really give him a chance to make it as a stallion. So we'll be looking for trainers in the next 12 months or so.
Some pretty speedy mares that are in foal to him. Belle Mur, she won the Group 1 Sangster Stakes, and a mare by Bella Spree. Was that sort of the plan, to get a bit of Aussie speed into some of the offspring?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's really important to have that turn of foot, and Look, Akeed did have that, but I'd like to reinforce that. And I just talking amongst the Golden Group, we wanted to make sure there was plenty of speed there and give him the opportunity with some early results as well. So precocious early types that we've bought, particularly with the mares that we've purchased. So yeah, that's certainly targeted those type of mares, early ones.
And they're great mares to have here, of course, in South Australia. Anyway, Olanana won the Challenge Stakes, the More Than Ready mare in foal to Akeed Mofeed. Linky Dink, the Group 1, the TJ Smith at 2 in Brisbane. So are you looking to buy more of these sorts of mares over the coming years for him?
Yeah, definitely. We'll obviously you need to keep topping your broodmare band up, so we'll certainly attend the sales again this year, and we're looking to keep improving your broodmare band, and as mares retire off the track, we'll sort of go back around again. So yeah, no, it's exciting.
And the horses you have in training too. I mean, Tony McAvoy, obviously you still have a great association just across the road there at Kildalton Park. And you have the horses such as Martian that are in training. So is the plan also to buy some tried horses and race them here as well under the Golden Banner?
Sure, probably more for Mr. Pan. He purchased some tried horses, I'd say, and which he's done in the past with likes of Martian, as you said, and a couple of yearlings, Golden Ito and what have you. But look, we're primarily set up here to race and breed Akeed Mofeeds and give him an opportunity at studs. So yeah, it's exciting. We've got, like I say, our next door neighbour, we've got horses with him, so it's fantastic. We've got a couple of fillies this year that are being broken in, which we'll put around to different trainers as well, and hopefully they'll join our broodmare bands after being successful on the track.
How important is this investment in South Australia? I mean, obviously there are some wonderful farms here and a great tradition of breeding champions in South Australia, but this new investment is vital for the industry, isn't it?
Look, I think so. I've been in the hunter for probably the last sort of 16, 17 years, so I was looking for an opportunity to get back home. It's my home in South Australia, and it was a great opportunity. I could see Mr. Pan was passionate, and the Golden Group have invested heavily in the bloodstock and the farm and the infrastructure, so it's all going ahead. So we're excited about the proposition. I think it's a great state. It's a fantastic region, the Barossa, and obviously Lindsay Park itself has got just a tradition of breeding champions and rearing horses off the place that go on to be group horses and champions of their year. So it's really exciting.
And of course, this wonderful property, Dale Warner, our cameraman's got some gorgeous shots here today of, as I said, an historic property. And the plan, I guess, for you are redoing some of the infrastructure, but certainly keeping a lot of the history and tradition as well.
Very much so. It's a lot of the buildings are heritage listed on the place, so we'll be looking to renovate them and bring them back to their former glory, and then have some newer facilities for the horses. So yeah, it'll be a nice balance. There's so many beautiful established trees around the farm. We're very lucky to have a property that's got the greenery and the facade to it. So it's it's a great farm, and really looking forward to the future.